Oh, I overslept. Hey everybody, it's Chris Cashman. I knew this was gonna happen. I was gonna oversleep for the show, but it's okay because we're shooting the show at sea today. We're on the set. I gotta get above deck. We'll tell you all about it tonight on Evening. Now you got the dinghy.
From lake leaps to waterfalls, where to find the best swimming holes this summer. And an indoor playground in Issaquah that's fun for the whole family. Plus, where a group of friends are reinventing soft serve ice cream.
Ahoy and welcome to Evening Magazine. We are going for safety style points here. Welcome to Lake Union and welcome aboard a 46-foot Oceanis. Look at us yachting, courtesy of Signature Yachts. Yes, this is a loaner. As far as you know, mine is being serviced. Let's give you the tour.
We're aboard a 46-foot Beneteau Oceanis 46.1, and somehow it manages to feel both sporty and luxurious at the same time. Designed and built in France, this performance cruiser is fast under sail, but it's the comforts that might steal the show. Head below deck and it feels surprisingly bright and open. A full stove, oven, and refrigerator makes meals on the move easy, and 3 unique staterooms give you enough space to bring the whole family, including an incredible owner's suite that takes up almost a third of the boat.
You are hardly roughing it. The primary bedroom here actually has a sink and a toilet over here, and then a sink and a shower over here. If you'll excuse me, I've got to pamper.
With multiple bathrooms and room to lounge below and above deck, this truly is luxury on the lake.
Not too shabby. She'll set you back about $599,000, but with multiple bedrooms, no, staterooms, you could spread that cost around a little bit. Celebrate summer. Speaking of what, summer is synonymous with swimming holes, and there are some really great options right here in our backyard where you can take a dip and cool off in a safe way. Take a look.
Need a cool dip? We've rounded up our favorite Western Washington swimming holes to help you out. Don't let its name fool you. Devil's Punch Bowl on Lake Crescent is a cool plunge into turquoise waters. Find it along the Spruce Railroad Trail and know that this place is for strong swimmers. It has no shallows. Sandstone Mining in Tenino left behind a one-of-a-kind swimming hole in the middle of this Thurston County town. A waterfall and rich history add to the allure. Tenino's Quarry Pool was closed for maintenance and is splashing back to life on June 27th, so put it on your swimming hole bucket list. Lake Wenatchee near Leavenworth is a swimming hole with a campground attached. Great for when temperatures soar. Chasing waterfalls? Family-friendly Lewis River Falls in Skamania County is so popular, the Forest Service implemented a reservation system for parking to preserve its beauty. It's a short hike to Racehorse Falls in Whatcom County, a more challenging place for a plunge. Our favorite urban swimming hole is Beneteau Beach Park in Bellevue. You can cool off with your kiddos or your doggos. Even rent a kayak at this little beach that's hidden in plain sight right under I-90.
I never knew this place was here, and I've lived here 30 years. This is amazing.
Take a plunge or a float in your local swimming hole. It's the coolest summer treat you can find.
So much fun. Allow me to go full dad mode on you. Do consider some protection. Wear a life jacket, don't dive, and do look out for each other in those swimming holes this summer. Let's keep it fun and safe. Now to the movies. You know, there's a new Disney Pixar movie that had the strongest opening of the year. There's a new #1 song. It must be time for the top 5. Here's Saint.
We're gonna need backup. No way.
Toy Story 5 blasts off at #1 with a record-setting $160 million domestically and $312 million worldwide. The biggest opening weekend of the year and the best debut in franchise history. Steven Spielberg's sci-fi thriller Disclosure Day lands at #2. At #3, the surprise hit Obsession. A24's horror sensation Backroom scares up 4th place. Rounding out the top 5 is Scary Movie.
I knew you through the days of the blades of the grass in summer.
On the Hot 100, Taylor Swift's contribution to Toy Story 5, I Knew It, I Knew You, debuts at #1. Taylor says she wrote and recorded the song within 8 hours of seeing the movie. The big question now, could it become an Oscar contender for Best Original Song? Holding steady at number 2 is Ella Langley's Choosin' Texas. Drake lands at number 3 with Janice STFU. Ella Langley doubles up at number 4 with Be Her. And Ariana Grande's Hate That I Made You Love Me slips to number 5 after debuting at number 1 last week.
Let me ask you a question. What is your worst fear?
Apple TV's Cape Fear leads the list of the most popular streaming shows according to Rotten Tomatoes. Javier Bardem's intense performance in the revenge thriller getting strong critical praise. Prime's Spider Noir swings into second place, powered by Nicolas Cage. Coming in third is the acclaimed sci-fi drama The Burrows, which you can find on Netflix. At number 4, Apple's horror comedy Widow's Bay. And rounding out the top 5, the Netflix drama The Witness.
Thank you, Saint. And how cool, more than 30 years later, Toy Story still breaking records. Still to come on Evening Magazine.
Chef Makini Howell shows us how to make a big bowl of summer goodness and where to burn off all your kids' energy this summer. Evening Magazine is made possible with support from Kitsap Credit Union. Since 1934, Kitsap Credit Union has believed that together it's possible. Together, we shine a light on the people and places that help our communities thrive.
Ahoy and welcome back to Evening Magazine from Lake Union. Don't attempt to adjust your television set. They've turned over the wheel. Got a 46-foot sailboat at my disposal, courtesy of our friends at Signature Yachts. Yes, please. And you know, kids, it's not all glamorous. Seafaring, it's hard work. I'm growing up a real hunger with my life at sea. Fortunately, we know all the right people. Plant-based chef Makini Howell is here, and yes, real sailors eat tofu.
Hey, it's me, Makini. I'm back. And today, we are going to use some Makini's tofu. Now, this is my ginger shiitake tofu that you can find in the deli section of every PCC natural market. It is fantastic, straight out of the package. You can eat it cold, it's a great snacking tofu, but today, I just put a little bit of sesame oil in my pan, and I'm gonna heat it up and we're gonna do a bowl. So let's, oh, that didn't sizzle. It's not ready. I'm gonna put it in the pan and let it sear a little bit. When you taste this tofu, you're gonna wanna put the whole pack on your bowl. I'm gonna add some shiitake mushrooms to this bowl to just sort of reinforce that umami flavor. And I want my mushrooms whole because I want them to be like a really prominent part of the bowl. Oh, we're sizzling. I'm also going to shave some extra ginger just because, why not? Ginger's delicious. Let's check the tofu because it's getting hot in here. Mushrooms tend to drink oil, so I always add just a little bit more oil for the mushrooms. I'm gonna take the tofu out. It's nice and golden brown and set it aside here. And it's left a nice little scraping on the pan that I am going to cook these mushrooms and this ginger in. Is smoking. Okay, so now a little ponzu sauce. We're just gonna let whatever is gonna happen here happen. All right, I did this really fun thing with my rice. I added in some red quinoa to my rice, and it made this really lovely grain blend. So let's aim for the bowl. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper on it because I'm a fan of heat. And I am going to drizzle just a tiny bit of sesame oil on it. I'm gonna attempt to cut these into very attractive pieces. Okay, let's wish me luck. Edit this part. Slice your tofu so it's bite-sized. It's gonna be so yummy, you're gonna wanna eat all of it. I've been on a kimchi pickling kick lately. So we're gonna put a little just egg on here. Now we're gonna put a little mushroom on. These look delicious. A little bit of fresh cucumber in the bowl. Look at that! Makini's shiitake ginger tofu bowl. And don't forget, you can find the shiitake ginger tofu in the deli section of the PCC.
Thank you, Chef. Yum indeed. Let's head now to Issaquah for some family fun at Nick's magnificent indoor playground. It's like the plot to Toy Story 5. What happens when the kids put down the technology, the iPads, re-engage their imagination? Take a look.
There's a fire burning somewhere in Tiny Town, so these firefighters are getting ready to save the day, while the police do what they can to keep the crooks locked up. It's all happening at Nick's magnificent indoor playground.
Hey guys, welcome in.
Nick Phillips's dream come true.
I'm like a big kid, and so I designed this for what I would have wanted when I was a kid.
A place to play and experience joy. But it took a few years.
Hey Evie.
Nick started designing this upscale playground when twin sons Logan and Lucas were about this age.
I'd go into the playgrounds and there was never any place to sit or any healthy food to eat, and I thought I can't be the only one.
Nick says the playground is designed with parents in mind. Comfortable seating areas, servers taking orders. No charge to get in there and join the fun.
His grandpa was a police officer for 40 years, so it's fun to see him in uniform.
There's a room for tiny tykes to play.
Keep going, keep going.
There are fully functional cranes and playgrounds designed for climbing and sliding. Other places may charge you by the hour. Nick's most magnificent idea might be giving parents and kids time to let their imaginations soar.
There's no time limits. I want it to be where you're not feeling rushed and under the gun. You can just come in and relax and enjoy your time here.
Get your adventure on. Nick's magnificent indoor playground, open every day starting at 9 a.m. Tickets are $28. Kids 1 and under are free. Coming up on Evening Magazine.
Cheeto dust, anyone?
This is not our typical soft serve ice cream place.
The Kent Ice Cream Shop getting creative with toppings. Take a spin in Seattle's only Tiki Boat.
Welcome back to Evening Magazine from Lake Union. Look at us. We got a 46-foot sailboat all to ourselves, courtesy of Signature Yachts. Whew. I'm working today. Can you believe that? It's not just boating season, it's also ice cream season. And Saint found a spot in Kent that says they are reinventing soft serve. Can you improve upon soft serve? We're willing to put in the hard work to find out.
This is not our typical soft serve ice cream place. A raspberry and a caprica.
Cream is the name of the dream, made real by friends and business partners who share a love of ice cream and heritage.
We do a lot of bubble tea flavors, so we've done milk tea and Thai tea, where we actually do brew real tea and incorporate it with our ice cream. And then we also do a lot of like Asian-inspired flavors that just resonate well with us because those are flavors that we grew up with.
The green cones are matcha flavored. The most popular ice cream is taro, and you can top off any order with Pocky sticks. These are the kind of colorful treats Instagram was invented for.
We basically make everything in-house, and we're able to control all of our own flavors and also the amount of sweetness that we put into it. So our ice cream actually is never too sweet. It's like the perfect amount of sweetness.
The menu is constantly in rotation with new flavors every month.
If it tastes right, we go with it.
On your first visit, ask for the free samples. I really like the raspberry and Calpico flavors best.
We offer cereals, sprinkles, we also do like drizzles, so it's really open to customization to like what the customer wants.
In October, sometimes they get really wild. They offered a corn-flavored ice cream last year, topped off with hot Cheeto dust. Yes, hot Cheeto dust.
Yeah, we were really scared to do it, and then we did it, and we got a lot of really good feedback.
Crystal Santos got the taro soft serve with condensed milk and 2 sticks of mochi.
To me, it tastes like, honestly, the perfect bite. The perfect bite of taro, condensed milk, and I really love mochi, so we have double, so it's really good that they have this flavor on the menu.
If you're looking for a picture-perfect treat that's not too sweet, there's a place called Cream that rises to the top.
Yum! Cream Soft Serve is open every day of the week, and they actually have a vegan soft serve option that rotates every month. All right, here on Lake Union, there are boats for just about everybody. You want a sailboat? You want a pontoon boat? Or do you want that unmistakable tiki boat?
Have you ever cruised in Lake Union with something that looks and feels more like a tiki bar straight out of Hawaii? Seattle Tiki Boat is the first of a kind in the Pacific Northwest.
What is a tiki boat?
Tiki boat is a fun pontoon boat that's themed tiki style. Anybody can party on this boat. We do a lot of bachelorette parties, bachelor parties. It kind of works for all occasions.
We're talking about a boat where you can party with friends? It sounds like my deal.
We do 2-hour time slots. You can rent the whole boat for a private event, and that's 18 people. The lake is beautiful. You can play your own music.
Talking about music, I think this boat will be perfect for some karaoke.
It could be an option.
Whether you're having a special event or just want to have fun with friends on the water, this boat for sure will do the job.
Cheers! How fun! You can cruise aboard Seattle Tiki Boat for $50 a person for public cruisings, or you can rent it all to yourself.
Now in our 40th season, Evening Magazine shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening Magazine is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
Welcome back to Evening Magazine. I'm Chris Cashman on a busy Lake Union, soaking up summer. Look at us. You know, it is June, Pride Month, and we're celebrating with the Nasty Habits. No, the other Nasty Habits. That's Seattle's premier transgender 80s and 90s cover band. We caught up with them on the Olympic Peninsula from the city that gave them their start.
I'm Veronica Steed. I play the bass guitar for the Nasty Habits.
My name is Ginger Lee. I am the keyboard player in the Nasty Habits, and I do assorted percussion and background vocals.
My name's Rachel B. I am the guitar player.
I am Sophie Electra, and I am the lead vocalist.
What are words for when no one listens anymore?
I would say we're just a very energetic, hard rockin', mixed trans inclusive band that is driven to give a great time. We do the best we can to give our audiences a real party.
What I like about you, you hold me tight.
7 or 8 years ago, when I was first coming to terms with the fact that I'm transgender, I remember looking around the web and I remember finding this band and seeing this band and seeing videos of the band and pictures and so forth. And I thought to myself, that's amazing that they can be themselves and go out and still play and still do what they do. So I've played in a lot of bands over the years, a lot of bands in Seattle, in and around Seattle and so forth, and I was worried that I wouldn't have much of a chance to play after coming out as trans. And so seeing this band was really kind of an inspiration. So when I got the call, I was like, really? The Nasty Habits, really? That's great.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock all my doors.
This is 80s, 90s music. I don't care what gen you are. Everybody can rock to this music. Everybody should be dancing to this music, and we promise to make it happen.
1, 2, 3, it's easy to see, but it's not that I don't care, so.
They're amazing and fun and full of energy, and I book my Halloweens, my New Year's Eve, anywhere they're gonna be is where I am.
We do that
and I
too.
drag them along with me because we dance and we go around.
Willingly. Yeah. The last 16 years, we've been following them around the peninsula.
Yep. One of the things that I've seen over the years is that when we're out there being ourselves, it makes space for other people to join us as whoever they are. And that's all we want, is for people to be happy, be themselves, be nice to each other. That's the message, really.
You got another chance to see the Nasty Habits. They'll be right there back in Port Angeles. Concerts on the pier, July 29th. Check them out. My thanks to Tori and the fine folks here at Signature Yachts. Look, she's still seaworthy.
She is.
We did it.
Here
I've
we
done
go.
my part. Thank you so much for making this the best evening yet. And we send you off now with some sights and sounds of Lake Union, a not so subtle reminder of how lucky we are to live here. See ya.